one know what your son don't need a gun to get respect. Under the sun, the grass, the sun will part the clock to feed himself and family. My enemies, your enemies, my enemies, you want.
Welcome.
Welcome. That was better than the intro I had planned. I was going to make a crack open the cold one with the boys joke.
Hey.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys.
All right. Dude, I got all over the monitor. Jesus, man.
Nice.
And anyway, welcome to the first time that we've done a post Raw, like right after, right? I was gonna the only one that we probably would have done it with is like Raw after WrestleMania, and we were at that one, so no chance in hell we're doing that. So
no chance.
All right, so welcome post Raw June 12th edition. You know what, bro? Let's start with the grades, and we'll see if they change when we go segment by segment. Garrett, what would you give tonight's Raw?
I would give tonight's Raw a Bray plus JoJo. That's my answer.
Dude.
Interesting answer there.
Charlie?
Probably a B minus. Right at the bat.
I think that's being generous. And it's funny because I was actually kind of feeling wrestling going into this. I've been watching. I've been going back and watching the hell are they called? I can't even. Beyond the Ring. That's what it's called, right? All those like special segments on like particular wrestlers. Like I rewatched the one on Jericho. I watched the one on Randy Orton and something else. But I was in a wrestling mood, man. I was ready. I was ready for tonight's Raw. And then I don't know. I get kind of bored with it, and we'll talk about where they chose to put segments on the show as we go. Also, it's hot as shit in my room, so probably turn on a fan at some point. So we kicked off Raw. It basically did a recap, replayed the promo of Samoa Joe and Paul Heyman from last week's Raw, which we agreed was awesome, best part of the whole week. And instead of Paul Heyman coming out and like introducing Brock Lesnar, his music just hit and he comes walking out like a badass, straight down to the ring. Paul Heyman says, "All right, we're here to kick Samoa Joe's ass." Samoa Joe's music hits, comes down to the ring, a huge brawl. I loved it. Charlie, what do you think of it?
Yeah, thought it was a really good opening segment for the show. Made Joe look legit too, which is needed.
Yeah. I thought like just the stare when the stare down and the brawl and not even actual wrestling, just them brawling looks as brutal as it does. And two,
yeah. Cutting out. Here we go. All right, we're starting it off right with the cutting out. Garrett.
Yeah, I was saying with the brutalness of the brawl and the crowd being as into it as they were, I think there were some holy shit chants, weren't there? I mean, like, yeah, like
people were just freaking out in general.
It was great. I loved it. Great open to the show.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. I thought it was perfect the way that they played it up. Yo, what up Grims? YOLO in the chat. Welcome. Dabbing on the haters. All right, so we all agreed the segment was pretty good. Really good way to start off the show, right?
Yeah.
And it brought an intensity to the show. And we're like, all right, they can hopefully, build off of this, right? Which then we had, ladies and gentlemen, Elias Samson. Sorry, Samson, not Samson.
Samson.
Dude, it's so hard for me to kick it, too, because the announcers say Samson. Garrett put it in the thing as Samson. Everyone calls it Samson. I try to get out of it.
I didn't put
Samson. Try to get out of there. Yeah. So, it comes out, basically says he hates being in Louisiana. He's all, I hate this town. It's so washed up, and all my friends don't give a fuck. Don't tell me that it's just So he comes out. Dude, Elias Samson, he's putting in some goddamn work on the guitar, isn't he?
This is true.
He's getting better week by week. You can tell the guy sits around thinking about these songs.
Oh yeah, I don't think anyone's writing
Like-
those for him.
I'm just saying, bro, if a tag team arises in the future of Elias Samson versus or Elias Samson with Aiden English, I'm down. Or maybe a WrestleMania match.
The sing off. The
Throw in Shinsuke Nakamura, the 3 artists.
oh my god.
The rock star.
But
So what do they
basically,
call it in
Samson
English?
says, once again, just teasing that him and Dean have had like a feud going on. So Samson thinks that him and Dean have a rivalry when everyone knows that it's between Dean and the Miz. Really weird.
Yeah, true.
Like, it's like Elias just wants to fit in. And what's weird is they actually haven't called him the Drifter at all. They've gotten away from it. They called him. It's funny. Corey Graves said he's kind of like a vagabond. Yes. El Vagabondo, bring him back. Bring him back.
One more match.
Dude, same. I watched that today. Top 10 countdown. I was watching the Masked Men. They didn't even top 10 Masked Men. They had the bunny in there from the Rosebuds, but they didn't have Kane.
What
What kind of shit is that?
What?
Interesting.
It's stupid, bro.
Glenn Jacobs is he's not dead.
They didn't have Rey Mysterio in there either. I'm
Well,
telling
yeah,
you, bro,
that's because he's not in the company.
It's men of mystery, so maybe it's supposed to be guys that were mysterious, but I don't know.
But what about Mysterio? Come on.
Actually, you know what? You're right. So, Elias Samson gets the pin on Dean Ambrose via distraction by the Miz. Basically, exactly what we've seen before. Any big standout things from this match, other than the Miz accidentally runs into Maurice. So they're obviously playing an angle where they're going to break up, which is weird. But what do you guys think of? Yeah, exactly. Like they're obviously, I don't know, it's weird. But what do you guys think of the match, Garrett?
It was a good match. I mean, whatever. There were you can't wrestle, you can't sing chants, which were just terrible because
Dude,
neither
that's
of those
right.
things are. Neither of those things. I mean, he's not the greatest singer, but he's also not. I mean, there's probably worse singers out there. Like
Yeah,
I bet you if you
exactly.
put me with the same spotlight, I might be able to sing good, but I bet.
Charlie, what'd you think of it?
2 months on the roster. He's got great heat. So
He does, actually. When they did, ladies and gentlemen, Elias Samson.
ooh, yeah.
He had a lot of heat, and I like.
Where did I get cut off at?
Can't even remember. It was pretty early.
Anyway, I was saying, if you put me in the same spotlight, I may be able to sing as good, but I probably can't wrestle as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
exactly. He's solid on the mic.
We up that
You know,
I definitely
he doesn't
think.
have to be a good singer. That's the thing. He doesn't have to be the greatest singer or the greatest wrestler. He's just good enough at both to make the gimmick work, which is important. We then had Golddust cutting a promo, more movie lines. Once again, more of the same old, same old. We opened with a big bang at the opening, and then we had more of the same with Ambrose and Elias Samson, and then we had more of the same with the Golden Age promo. Any big takeaways, Charlie?
No, they're doing the same promo now for 4 or 5 weeks. Getting a little old.
Yep.
It's still kind of cool, but yeah, it's getting a little old.
How much you want to bet they save this match till SummerSlam to where no one even wants to see it anymore?
Yeah, that could happen. They might need it for Great Balls of Fire though, so who knows?
That's true.
The Golden Age.
I mean, he's good at it. He's good. Whatever. Now to something very intriguing, which if you guys haven't watched it yet, go back, watch our little news drop that we had earlier on in the day talking about the Bray Wyatt stuff. So if you missed that, basically Bray Wyatt's actual wife filed for divorce today, and she cited an affair with JoJo, the ring announcer from Raw, as one of the reasons why she was filing for divorce. So Bray Wyatt's been getting a lot of heat on Twitter and just from a lot of people today. Obviously, you cheating bastard, fuck you, whatever.
Comment on our video was the cheater of worlds.
The cheater of worlds, yeah. The guy comment. The eater of
Something.
Well, if you want to say Bray Wyatt, the eater of JoJo.
Nice.
That's Anyway, so the first couple lines of Bray Wyatt's promo were directed straight at everyone else. It was obviously about the circumstances going on today. He said, if you judge me, if you drag my name through the dirt, you will pay for your words. He basically came out. He didn't address Seth Rollins at all in this promo at the beginning. It was just straight at the camera. It obviously came from a really powerful, deep place. And I mean, I think that makes him more believable. I was glued to my TV. Garrett, I know you said you were out of the room during this promo. Did you happen to check back?
I just paused it. That's why I was a few minutes behind.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, I didn't notice that they took a shot at everybody first. I was sort of distracted because my dog had to go out, and then as I was coming back in, a car pulled up to my house, so I was kind of distracted.
Yeah, that's fine. But did you go back and see it?
Yeah, I did, and it was like, I mean, I felt like this is the same promo we see Bray Wyatt, except different words, and it's still good. He's still really good at it, but like, unless they either start doing something new or start having him win more on these Raws in matches,
Yeah, I mean, Charlie, what do you think about the whole gimmick of he is a god? He thinks he's a god, and that's why he's gonna, beat Seth Rollins, because his line was, Seth Rollins, you're the King Slayer, but you can't slay a god.
Yeah, he definitely sticks out on the roster. I think that's good for him. I think it's different than anyone else. So
my connection is terrible today.
Yeah, it is.
But just real quick, right before this, Cedric Alexander made his return on Raw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And
they put a little vignette before the pay-per-view, and I was like, oh, maybe that's all we're getting of Cedric. But then right after we came back from the not pay-per-view, from the commercial, Cedric came out there and had a match, which is good.
Yeah.
He had a
Okay,
match.
never mind. The match itself was not good. It was good to see Cedric Alexander. Noam Dar came out, and Alicia Fox was in the hospital, and he was FaceTiming Alicia Fox. And all you heard was Alicia going, Noam! Noam, don't hang up on me! Noam! Noam!
Through the entire match.
Yeah, well, the match is only 10 seconds long. But yeah, technically through the entire match, basically he puts the phone down, and they've got Alicia Fox up on the Jumbotron talking through FaceTime, and Cedric Alexander hits him with a lumbar check, gets the 1, 2, 3, and then Fox is still screaming, Noam! He's laying there like lifeless. You better not have hung up on me!
That was pretty
Charlie,
good.
if you had to pick something to listen on repeat, would you rather listen to Noam or Nikki? Come on, Nikki!
What about
Kenny?
Excuse me. No.
Oh, God, no. Not Vicky Guerrero, dude. She is too good at being annoying. But, yeah, the match happened. After the Bray Wyatt promo, we had Kalisto versus Apollo Crews. This felt really fresh. I'm glad they're pairing these guys against each other. We've never seen this before. Good to see Apollo Crews. Actually, okay, which obviously total sarcasm. We see this every week. The new spin on it was, it's like Titus O'Neil is now like a college recruiter, and he's got Akira Tozawa standing out there in the front row to like watch. It's like a college visit, like a university visit. Yeah, I'll come over and see what the Titus brand is all about.
They can make this Titus brand something cool.
Nobody in the crowd noticed him at all.
Nope.
Like nobody.
Yelling, dude. Ah! So, Apollo won with a really nice tornado power bomb. Basically, Kalisto went for a Hurricanrana, and Crews just spun him up and around and slammed him with a power bomb. Really cool move as a finish. I don't think he's been using that, has he?
He changes it up, but that's kind of.
It's always a little different, but yeah. I mean, same gist, but I don't know. It looked really clean tonight. I thought it looked really good. And then Titus kind of grabs Tozawa like a child, lifts him up over the barricade, and just starts like hugging him and raising his hand, like whipping him around the ring. Basically.
Yeah.
Just saying.
What?
Just look at what it says. Just read it.
Read what?
It says my connection is trash.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
That's just on your screen.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was a little weird. The Tozawa thing. I hope this doesn't lead into a feud with Tozawa and Titus O'Neil where they just make Tozawa, because Vince is going to have the bigger guy win.
They could turn this Titus brand into something way bigger than it should be. If he keeps recruiting all these people and then they turn into stars, it could be something bigger than it ever was intended to be. And Titus could be like the head honcho who kind of wrestles but doesn't. He's more of a
hell, dude. Titus could sign Strowman when he comes back.
So,
No.
I mean, they could make it something bigger than it should be. And I think they're already starting off with that track. So
Cruz is starting to show some charisma, which is good. Tozawa just yells. So yeah. And shit. So the Miz is then looking for someone to basically be his bodyguard.
Be in his entourage.
Be in his entourage.
I was getting the same vibe, just kind of like the Titus brand. I'm like, he's going to want people behind him too.
Yeah.
They're all trying to make big groups.
He got the best person behind him.
Remember when everyone thought that that WWE like 2 years ago was doing like the groups of 3? It just so happened that there were like 5 groups of 3 on the WWE. They're like, maybe they're going to do some tournament of like 3s.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cool.
Or people thought
We'll talk about that more on Wednesday. We can go into various things. So in case you guys haven't noticed, we're broadcasting on Monday. So I figure we do a bit of a review show for Monday, and then maybe we want to do one for Tuesday, or we can bump that to Wednesday, whatever, which gives us more time to talk about other things,
How sad of a realization would that be? Oh man, it's what I thought it was Wednesday.
Someone just got done their grind, the Monday grind.
Yeah. Just another small thing right before this segment happened. There was a John Cena vignette, and on the top of it, it listed free agent John Cena.
Yeah. Conveniently, right after they played the thing saying Roman Reigns has a very special announcement, a big announcement for SummerSlam.
So, that's kind of – I'm curious what the hell that's going to be. I have no idea. Does anyone have a guess?
They're at an all-time low. They're bringing Cena over to Raw.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying what the Roman Reigns announcement could be.
Oh. You know what? Honestly, the best thing that it could possibly be is that Roman announces that, like, his wife is pregnant with their next child and he wants to take time off.
Wow.
And he leaves and ends up coming back later.
Brutal.
And it'll be back SummerSlam?
You heard it here first. Brady doesn't want Roman Reigns on TV anymore.
Jesus Christ. That would be good for him. So
No, I'm
time
not saying
off.
it wouldn't.
Get people to miss him.
The rib.
I think he's going to say something along the lines of he wants the Universal Champion at SummerSlam. That's going to be my guess.
Probably.
So you would think they'll switch his
But I have
spot
no
with
idea what the hell.
Strowman's? And
I don't know.
I mean, Strowman Lesnar at Mania would be good.
Yeah.
I'd be down. Be a long way to wait.
So, Alexa Bliss, The Miz was backstage with Slater and Rhino, and basically wanted Slater to join his entourage, basically be like a bodyguard or whatever, but not Rhino. Rhino's like, he already has a tag team partner. He's sitting there eating his crackers and cheese, and cheese whiz, not just cheese.
He's in a can. Gotta love it.
Yeah, and basically Rhino gets pissed off, tells Miz he's gonna go talk to Kurt Angle and get a match made for, Miz, you better find a tag team partner, which we found out later on. We will talk about that in depth. All right. Alexa Bliss came out. Basically, Raw was trying to find out a way to use all their women, so they had Alexa Bliss come out, start saying how she's the greatest, and Nia Jax came out saying she still deserves her title chance because the other girls ruined it. And then Mickie James and Dana Brooke come out, who
Calls Alexa a dwarf.
Yeah, calls her a dwarf. At first, I was kind of spacing out. I thought she called her a whore.
Oh, really?
When I was sitting in my room, I thought it sounded like whore. Or I thought she called her a horf, like a whore dwarf, like a mix between the two.
Yeah, they're totally ditching the whole PC thing.
Yeah. So those two women come out, and then wait, who was the? Oh, and then Sasha Banks. Or no, Emma comes out after that. So Emma returns, basically to zero pop.
Oh, this crowd sucked.
No one gave any shits about Emma. I feel so bad for the girl because she's good. She said she's going to take her rightful place at the top of the division. Who wrote for Emma? She was never at the top of the division. Ever. So, like, why is it her rightful spot or whatever? But anyway, so...
At the top of the injured list.
Yeah, exactly. And so then Sasha comes out, gets a huge pop from the crowd. And that sets up a 6-woman tag between Alexa, Nia, and Emma against the other 3, Mickie, Dana, and Sasha. And Emma gets submitted. Welcome back.
By the boss.
She gets tapped out by Sasha Banks in 0.7 seconds.
The hashtag I came up with was hashtag welcome back, but he did dick.
I mean, Emma had to be the one that was beat in this because Nia and
it was a lose-lose.
Alexa are the 2 that are going to... I don't know. I would have given Emma the win. Honestly, you could have done the same thing. Alexa ended up jumping off the apron and walking out on her team. Then you could have had Nia destroy Dana Brooke and Mickie, leaving Sasha, and then Emma could get like a roll-up win on Sasha. Sasha getting pinned doesn't hurt her at all. So
I think they had Sasha do this because they want her next one. They're just starting.
Yeah, that's true.
And Golden State just won, so champs again.
We then cut to a Bayley promo or Bayley interview with Corey Graves, which was cringy AF. It was terrible.
Oh God, yeah.
She basically went up there and I think she said the word hug or hugger about 50 times.
But not the cringiest thing of the night. That's called a bumper.
In case you didn't know, she's a hugger. She has a headband that says it and a shirt that says it. And
they're really pushing that narrative with her.
She basically, I want to show every little girl. She's already thinking of WrestleMania. She said, I want to go into next year's WrestleMania as the champion, and I want to show what I can do, and I want to prove to all the little girls out there that you can do whatever you want. It's great, whatever. Yeah. And then at the very end of the interview, Corey's like, all right, thanks for being on. The interview was with Corey Graves, and she was like, can we end this with a hug? And Corey's like, I guess. She leans in, gives him the most slow, awkward hug. Because in case you didn't know it, she's a hugger. I don't know what's more obvious, the fact that she's a hugger or that Natty's a heart. So she leans in and gives Corey a hug, and then it cuts away. The screen cuts away, but you just hear Corey go, I need a cigarette.
That was good.
It's about how it went, right?
Yeah, that sums it up.
At this point, they've ruined Bayley, right, Charlie?
I wouldn't say ruined. I mean, she's had a really bad month. They're continually pushing her that she is a little kid, and not that she is there for little kids.
She was the NXT Women's Champion for like over a year, right?
Yeah, she had some time on that belt, and
maybe not a year, but she had it for a while.
So let me just say something. Like, okay, she literally in this promo basically said she's not here to hurt people at all. She doesn't want to even leave a welt on somebody. I mean, like, you're in a wrestling, or sorry, sports entertainer. You're a sports entertainer, Bayley. You're not supposed. I guess you're not trying to like injure people, but you're definitely trying to hurt. That's totally like against the idea of wrestling, and I think that's stupid. And it's a outright burial. Even though that term can't really be used that much these days, I think this is the only time you really can. I mean, she did something that made somebody mad back. I mean, we've been speculating on that, but this is like almost indefinite proof.
She's had a very bad month.
And she was at the top of the division.
Welcome to Chatties. Welcome to the show.
I mean, it's like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ever since she lost that title to Alexa Bliss, it's been a quick slope down. Well, actually, even before that, because she was losing every match before that. So sucks for her.
Yeah, it's weird. And once again, though, we find out Corey is gold. Corey's great.
I need a cigarette.
That's all it takes, man. A little one-liner.
Yeah.
Corey was pretty good. He tried saving a lot of segments during the show. We had some real bad shit. Because still at this point, the only thing that I would deem as really good was the very opening thing. The Bray Wyatt promo was all right. The Samson was okay. Everything else was pretty shitty up to this point.
Fair enough.
We then, God damn it. We then go in. That concluded the second hour. What does Vince McMahon decide? Okay, you're going up against the NBA Finals, which, hold on, let's go check it. Let's go see if the Warriors are the champions.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they are.
Are they? Oh, there you go. Yep.
Damn
129, 120. Congrats to Golden State.
Hashtag Golden State is trash.
Everyone, dude, it's rigged if Cleveland wins. All right. So,
you know why?
Why is Golden State trash?
Because they're not the Cavaliers. All right. Next question. I'm from Ohio. All right.
Ohio.
And you're a Colts fan?
Don't judge me.
Who doesn't know who Reggie Wayne is?
Oh.
Got him.
No, I'm kidding. Pulling your leg. All right.
I'll just stop the show for a second. I'm going to apologize for that video. I had no idea what I was talking about. I mean, I'm a Colts fan, and I knew that name. Otherwise, I would not have brought it up. But I'm still trash for it. And the guy in the comments was right. The guys in the comments were right to roast me.
Dude, don't give them that big... Dude, don't let them do that to you.
Nah, dude. No, dude.
So,
if it was any other video, and I was like, actually, if it was a wrestling video, which I would like to think I know what I'm talking about to a point, you know. But, like, it's football, and I don't know enough. So,
all right, so we kicked off the third hour with Heath Slater and Rhino versus The Miz and his partner, the goddamn dancing bear from last week, which rolled out on a kid's tricycle. This is what... Okay, you're going against the NBA Finals. You know, that's your top competition. You need to put something out there that makes people not want
and E3. Back. The NBA Finals and E3, by the way. So, like,
I don't, not at this point.
It's not. I mean, but people are still talking about it. I mean, you know.
Well, I'm saying what they're watching actively. E3 conference was over for the night by then.
Oh,
anyway. So, it's just. It was cringy, really, really cringy. It was terrible. The announcers were like, "Oh, wonder who can be under there? It's probably Dean Ambrose." Once again, they did the same shit they did last week. The Miz beat up the bear. The bear wasn't Dean Ambrose when he unmasked it. He went into the ring. They did a bear swap. Dean Ambrose then became the bear.
It was unbearable.
Get out. The hell out of my chat. If I was hosted, kick your ass out.
That was a quote from Michael Cole.
There were so many puns. The announcers really did try to save this segment, but this is something that you thought they would put on like middle of the second hour to try to bury it, just so that like no one would know it happened.
Left himself open for that one.
You know what? Break down the match, Garrett. All right, so we had probably the best match of the last 10 years tonight. It was I mean, Dean Ambrose as the bear. Come on, dude. That's like your next movie for sure. I mean, like, but breaking down the match, I mean, there wasn't really much to this match. It was pretty simple, right? Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even remember anything specific from this match other than that there was some really stupid, shitty puns, and Michael Cole was basically burying the segment while they were in the middle of it, and that, like, the Miz beat up the bear, but then the bear, for some reason, wanted to still help the Miz, even though at that point it was Ambrose. And then it gave it a dirty deeds. That was probably the best part of the match, was the bear giving dirty deeds. I mean, like, I don't know. This wasn't very good. The best part of the match was the bear giving a bear hug. Oh yeah, there was that. I forgot about that. That was pretty funny. That's a good way to do a wrestling pun if you're gonna do one. Make it a move. That way, it's actually something to the match. Well, then it was really awkward because we talked about what Dancing Bear is on last week's Wednesday podcast, and then so Dean Ambrose has the Miz out. The Miz is like laying there with his shirt off, and the only thing you can see in the camera is Miz laying there with what looks like no clothing on and a bear head. Yeah, this segment sucked. It was not good.
Really bad, bro. Honestly, a segment like this I don't think I can give the show anything more than like a B-. B-, like now the top the show can get. It knocks it down that much for me. Because if you had a family member or friend or whatever that had never watched wrestling and they came in the room and you told them that this is what you watch. Like that, dude. They don't, yeah. Even when we don't get it, they certainly don't get it. He's just saying, a hockey episode about the draft and the new champs. My ass is ready.
I give a little response.
Dude, I'm down with a hockey podcast.
Oh, God, please don't let me on it because I know just enough to get myself in trouble for not knowing.
You, Sean John East, you guys could rock that shit.
Dude, absolutely. Dude.
I'll watch live and talk trash.
That would be a great one because if you know a bunch about hockey, our Sean John, the one that was on last week in the week before, literally he knows so much. I could just toast and let you two just go at it. It'd be like, all right, Crosby versus.
What I know, he's a pretty big hockey fan. So
yeah, good.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Diner on the show.
I might be on an episode.
We had,
like I said, I know just enough. But
Neville versus Rich Swann. Neville won in quick order. And
Rich Swann's gone downhill, man.
Yeah, it's bad. But boy, does he love to have fun.
He just wanted a pay-per-view and then gets crushed in 2 minutes. What the hell is that?
It's not good, but we'll talk about that a little bit on Wednesday. Write that up, man. Rich Swann likes to have fun. And then Neville cut a promo basically saying he's pissed off because Akira Tozawa is now all of a sudden in the title picture because Titus O'Neil tweeted out that Tozawa was the next Cruiserweight champion. So we have made someone the number one contender based on a tweet from someone that wasn't even the person that became the number one contender. I don't like Tozawa. I hope Neville kicks his ass. This will be the guy that takes it from him, too. I was rooting for Gallagher, rooting for Alexander, rooting for Swan, rooting for TJP. Nope. It's going to be Akira Tozawa that takes it off Neville.
I have a question.
What?
I have a question. Would you rather Tozawa taking him off him at the pay-per-view or TJ have taken it off of him at 205 Live?
They wouldn't have done much with TJP as far as storyline, so I guess Tozawa.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious because those are the alternatives you have right now based off what happened.
So, Cesaro promo. Cesaro promo. That's how it's written. It's just making it funny. So, we had a Cesaro promo. We are the bar.
We are the bar.
Excuse my language, but they seriously need something more serious than that.
We are the bar.
We don't set the bar. We are the bar.
They really did sound like pirates.
It's awesome, dude.
They're laughing after they do it because they know how corny it is.
Yeah, they know it's stupid. They basically say that they're going to beat the Hardys. They have a 2 out of 3 falls match for the title as the main event for the night. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. They cut to Gallows and Anderson standing in the ring, ready for their match with Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass music hits. We know who actually thought they were coming down the ramp when their music hit. I didn't. I knew they were going to cut backstage. Someone got laid out. It's Big Cass again.
Yeah.
Hey, man, continuous segments, man. I like it.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Do you still think it's Cass that's doing it? Do you think he's faking?
They showed the revival in the background.
They showed the revival in the background again.
Dude, it's not. I'm telling you, it's too obvious that it's going to be them.
They were just lurking in the background.
No, dude, because Vince McMahon thinks we're stupid. It's going to be them.
I'm done with that than it was Cass attacking Enzo.
We'll talk about this more on Wednesday. We won't. I'll just mention it a little bit. I want to talk about the theory that Anna Bauer had on Fightful.com on their YouTube page. She said, what if, since we haven't seen American Alpha on SmackDown, American Alpha was hired by Kurt Angle to take out Enzo and Cass? And that's this stuff with Angle as well. Because he doesn't want to be found out.
That would be really interesting. Now it's not going to happen though.
That I feel like that's too good to be true. I think we have an American Alpha because the New Day's back. That's about it.
Probably.
But I am down with that.
Come on, bro. You really think Vince would push black guys over white guys?
All right.
What?
Wow. We can never escape the subtle racism on this podcast.
Subtle? What's subtle about that?
Well, it's usually more subtle than that.
All right.
They're only
the big Cass insists on wrestling. Comes out. Him and Enzo end up losing the match. Big Show comes out and makes the save on Enzo because Cass is out. Big Cass gets pissed off again that Big Show came out to make the save. And Enzo goes backstage and asks Big Show if he was the one that hit Big Cass. Because Big Cass said it was one hit. One solid hit knocked me out. And Big Show said, no, the reason he got knocked down one hit is because he's soft. S-A-W-F-T. So, is what it is. R-Truth cut a promo to go after Golddust.
Plot twist. It was a Superman punch.
Jesus Christ.
I would be down.
It'll never happen.
It was Finley with the shillelagh.
I don't know, man. We saw
return.
the gold chain last week. We see a one hit now.
Maybe we're seeing a return of the Thug Cena. He's coming out as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Word life.
Cast in the back of the head with a chain.
I'm down with this revival. So
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, the match would be okay.
No, Brady. Say yeah.
No.
Say yeah.
No. All right. R-Truth cut a promo. Moving on. Samoa Joe cut a promo. Moving on.
that guy's fucking good on the mic.
He is good. But basically more of the same. Did we have any plot development in anything this entire
nope.
show?
Maybe
There was
at
a
the
lot of
end.
plot development.
At the end, yeah, for sure.
At the end, sure.
Well, you had the Samoa Joe
with the women, sure, and
Oh,
Samoa
the beginning.
Joe
Yeah, the beginning and the end, and then women. Yeah, you're right.
Cast now people think, well, could it be Big Show?
Well, it's a big
Really
show.
just the Kurt Angle thing this week.
I like that. It's the one thing that they decided to leave off. Like, you don't need to address literally everything.
Well, actually, they kind of did slightly mention it with the Miz, but yeah.
Well, yeah. And then we cut to the 2 out of 3 falls tag team match. They put this match on. It started at 10 minutes before the hour, before the end of the show. So I was like, all right, they got to go kind of quick. Not too bad, but like they only have 15 minutes to do this whole match, including probably a commercial break, maybe 2, because they always do that. So Jeff Hardy goes to do some kind of flippy shit off the top. Sheamus ends up kicking him in the gut. He lands on the ropes, takes like a bad fall, AJ Styles-esque, and Sheamus pins him 1, 2, 3 about a minute and a half into the match. So they get the first fall. I liked that. That was good. What do you guys think about having a quick pin?
It was different. It was definitely something we don't usually see in these matches. Usually that first fall is like, the one they want most because it gives you momentum in the match. They usually say that on the announcing team. But the quick fall allowed for everyone to be like, oh, man, that just happened. Like we always talk about in 2 out of 3 falls matches, a good roll-up at the start is always a good way. Like at 30 seconds into the match, roll-up is a good way to get some heat for a heel. But in this, you just have them demolish Jeff Hardy as he's going down for a move. And you're like, yep, coming off the top rope into a brogue, that would be, not good for your health. So
Exactly. And then we cut to commercial, came back, and the second fall was Matt Hardy ended up hitting a twist of fate. I can't remember who he hit it on. Cesaro. And got the pin. So now we're tied up 1-1. And then take us through the end of the match, Charlie.
Well, they just, I don't know. They had a bunch of spots. That was about it.
Jeff Hardy hit a swanton, and everyone thought they were going to win the titles. That was the big near fall.
Before that, though, there was a spot that Sheamus took. Well, first spot. So he falls out of the ring like Sheamus does by accident sometimes, where he actually falls out of the ring. Like you can tell he hits the ropes with his legs and he just loses it. But like that was rough. And then immediately after, he had to take a side effect on the apron, which I bet that was actually probably worse for Matt because he fell straight to the floor.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
But I don't know. That was pretty. I mean, the way that he came down, Sheamus probably got hurt too. Maybe not injured, but like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Felt like they turned up the rivalry a notch they kind of needed at the end. So that's
Yeah, they did. And the end of the match was a double count out. So not a victory at all. Title it's a no contest. So they're obviously pushing this to the pay-per-view. I'm down with it. Are you guys?
yeah. I just don't know what face team's gonna face him next. And what where do the Hardys go from here? There's a lot of directions they can take this, so that'll be interesting to see.
What face teams are there even on Raw right now?
Enzo and Cass
Yes.
and Slater and Rhino. That's it.
So
Yeah.
do the Hardys have to win the titles back so there can be another feud?
So we can see Gallows and Anderson again in the title scene?
It would feel
Nah,
weird
the
with
Revival probably.
such as the Hardys and the Revival on your show, and they're not in your title picture. It'd feel weird. So I don't know. I want to see Hardys versus Revival. So I don't know if they give it to him back. Who knows?
Yeah, they could go any of which ways. But it's good that they're giving the main event to the tag teams. It's been a little
If
while.
you're
since we
watching
had
live,
that, right?
tell us what you think.
Yeah, dude.
Lots of tag matches tonight. Just kind of noticed that.
Yeah. So now let's go back through the grades. Gary, you'll have to give it an actual letter this time around.
I can't give it Bray plus JoJo again.
No.
Oh.
But I'll start with my grade. Man, there was some real cringe stuff, man. The Bailey interview, Slater and Rhino promo wasn't even that good. The Golden Truth stuff, Kalisto, Apollo Crews. The only things I really liked were the beginning, the end,
And the
maybe
feeling you got
maybe the
after
Bray
the
Wyatt
show was
and
over.
Elias Samson. So I'll give it a C-.
Ooh.
Garrett?
Yeah, I'll have to give it a C- too because I just felt like throughout this whole show, like I could have taken my dog out, and I did take my dog out twice.
You could have missed this entire week and not missed anything. You could have gone through and looked at like Wrestling Inc.'s tweets. Been like, oh, okay, that's what happened.
This is a week for the YouTube channel for sure.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Depending on how many segments they put up.
Yep. Even if they just put the 5 main ones up, it'll be enough.
Charlie?
I said B- before. I'll say C+ now. It is that Bear segment was pretty cringy.
Yeah, like it
And it's not
dropped.
like even a good cringy, It's a.
I couldn't even laugh at it. I was embarrassed to be a fan of wrestling.
It's one of those moments like when Golddust comes out in lingerie, which at the time was really funny, but now looking back, it's like, man, pro wrestling is really stupid.
This is one of those things where when people think pro wrestling,
This is what they come back to.
What they think. This is what they think it is. And sadly, they were proven right this week.
I mean, like,
And that's what they put on at the top of an hour. The Bear entrance was on the hour. As it happened, the Miz was standing there. Who's this mystery opponent going to be? I was like, dude, maybe he's going cool.
Those watching who may say, well, what's so important about it being the top of the hour? When people's show turns off, when they're watching turns off at 10 o'clock, and they're like, oh, Raw's on. Let's see what we're watching.
Right, exactly.
That happens at every hour. That's why this top of the hour is so important. And when you flip it on to see a bear and
rolling down to the ring on a tricycle.
this is Attitude Era levels of ridiculousness.
Yeah, but at least people had the characters to pull it off.
Now, they didn't take it that far. This could have been cool if the fucking bear walks out with a machine gunner.
Jesus,
my
dude.
God.
Machine gun.
Whoa, hey.
I meant to say it.
Wow.
Dude, holy
Wow.
Like a deathly bear.
That would be a
little
different
farm.
show. That would
Big
little
blood
farm.
dripping off its head or something, Or the bear walks out there and
machine
just
gun.
got the Slater and Rhino. They could have turned this up way more than they did.
Hey, man, all I got to say is just we definitely knew that Bailey is a hugger. Dean Ambrose, man, he's loony. He's crazy.
He's wacky Dean Ambrose.
He's wacky Dean Ambrose, man. He's so good.
A lunatic.
Rich Swann loves to have fun. And
And the women are women.
there you go. And that was Raw in a nutshell.
Charlie's doing a good job now of getting all the women on the show and like 2016. So I can say that.
That's true.
We also learned that you only get 2 falls at a 2 out of 3 falls match.
All right, lay it on the line right now, boys. We come in for a SmackDown show tomorrow night or no?
I'm down.
I don't know if I'll be home.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah, you have training, don't you?
Yeah, so
next
I can
week.
commit to that right now.
Maybe. So maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. But now that it's summer, we might be able to do more nightly shows. So we'll see what happens. Check out, follow the Twitter, like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And
Also got our Money in the Bank predictions coming this week.
yes.
Always
So
fun
we'll catch you
episodes.
guys either Tuesday or Wednesday. Just be on the lookout. Peace.
Peace.